regular season in high school football. Tonight on Channel 12, a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup between the Champlin Park Rebels and the Maple Grove Crimson. Hello and welcome to Maple Grove High School. John Jacobson and Bill Hunstock for tonight's telecast as we get ready for the playoffs in just over a week. And Champlin Park, Bill, coming in 3-4 in the season. A young team, but they are getting a little better as the season goes on.
Yeah, they've played a lot better the last 2 or 3 games than they did early in the season. Coach Courtney and his staff told us that they really started off playing like young players, and they are. But they've really started to come together the last couple weeks. They've overcome a couple of injuries. They've started to settle in with their offense and defense and be a little bit more consistent. And they're going to need to be tonight in order to be competitive here with Maple Grove tonight.
Crimson, an outstanding season. They are 7-0. They can win the conference championship with a victory tonight. Great offense. The defense, too, really playing well. They're just a complete team right now.
Yeah, they've really put it all together. Offensively, they're a little bit one-dimensional right now due to injuries at the quarterback spot. But defensively, they're rock solid. They come at you hard. They're a multiple-look defense. There'll be a lot of different kinds of blitzes and attacks that they use. Coach Lombardi is very smart at putting those kinds of things together, and the kids love playing that kind of defense where they just go crazy with stuff. And they really are the core of the whole team. Offense very solid, very, very tough all the way across. I think the real key to the Maple Grove teams are both sides of the ball is their line. Their line play has gotten better every game this year. They've got good people, and they play hard, and they work well together, and that's a real key to a cohesive unit.
This game may not mean much, Bill, as far as seeding goes for these teams. They're both in the same section in Class 6A. So what's the motivation for the kids coming out tonight to get a victory?
Well, I think for Champlin Park, it's, hey, we want to knock off the big guys. We want to knock off the guys that are getting all the publicity, all the ink, ruin that perfect season. That's always a big motivator. For Champlin Park also, they want to have some momentum going into the playoffs. Everything starts new in the playoffs, and we've seen teams in the past that haven't played real well during the season that come alive in the playoffs. For Maple Grove, they want to get their foot on the throat right now. They want to be ready. They want to play. They want to carry the momentum that they've had the last 7 weeks all the way into the playoffs, and they want to be looking not to get into the playoffs. They want to be taking it to the Dome, and they want to be going against the number 1, number 2 team in the state.
Champlin Park, Maple Grove, usually a good one. 17-12 Crimson last year when they played. We'll see what happens tonight in just a few moments. We'll be back with the kickoff and the start of tonight's game. Football live on Channel 12 next.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winnicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
Osseo, Crystal, and Plymouth. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown.
Reed puts it away and Hopkins advances. Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
Nice night for football. The Northwest Suburbs 3-4 Champlin Park against 7-0 and number 2 ranked Maple Grove. Quite a contrast to 24 hours, Bill. The stadium, along with several others around the area, hosting section soccer games, and it was a rainy mess last night. It'll be a cool evening tonight, but a beautiful night for football and what you would expect for mid-October. It's a nice night.
Absolutely. It's a gorgeous evening. The temperature's in the low 50s, high 40s. It's a beautifully clear night tonight. We got a gorgeous moon out tonight, so it's perfect for football, and I think last night was a perfect soccer night.
So for Champlin Park, as we talked about in the pregame, Bill, the key for them, don't get behind early, and what Matt Lombardi mentioned to us, he wants to get out on top early for Maple Grove and put it to Champlin Park and not give them any early momentum.
Exactly. I think when you're in the situation that Maple Grove is, where they're undefeated, they've played well throughout the season, and they really want to get ready for the playoffs and make a solid run into the dome. They want to get off right now. They want their defense to make a turnover. For Champlin Park, they've got to avoid making mistakes, and they've got to play very consistent, solid football all the way along.
Tyler Knudsen kicking off for Maple Grove, fielded back inside the 10-yard line. This is Harrison Jones returning it out past the 25 to the 26-yard lines, where the Rebels offense will take the field to start tonight's ball game.
Moving in 1st and 10 from there, 26.
Their starting quarterback is Max Biegert. Biegert, number 7, he is a junior, saw some action as a sophomore a year ago, 5'11", 165 pounds. And like a lot of Rebels teams in the past, Bill, they will throw, but they like to run even out of that quarterback and out of that shotgun position. Hand off, and they get movement on the line. Looks like Maple Grove perhaps a little anxious earlier, or did we have a Rebels lineman moving?
No, it was an encroachment by the defense. So make it 1st and 5.
Detrice Mosumo has been their top rusher. He's really come on as late. Rushed for over 200 yards a week ago against Anoka in the battle for the paddle. Out of a 1st and 5 situation now, he gets the ball carry and carries out a yard, maybe 2 yards to the 33-yard line. Hit first from behind by senior linebacker Peter Olson. It'll be 2nd down and 4 after a gain of just 1.
2nd and 4 for the Rebels from there, 32.
I think we'll see Champlin Park tonight trying to establish their run game. That's really what they've done the best the last 3-4 weeks. And as you said, Detrice is the leading rusher for Champlin Park.
It's the carry again, trying to find a spot right side. Dropped down at the 34-yard line. Gain of a couple. Jake Engelking on the stop, along with Blake Whitecock.
3rd and 2 for the Rebels from there, 34.
Pretty nice opening initially, but the linebackers were able to close pretty well for a short gain.
3rd and 2 Rebels from their 34. Opening drive of the football game. Biegert rolling out right, throwing, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Brandon Bidinger, and incomplete into 3 and out for Champlin Park.
And there's a pretty good play action fake. Ball off just off the fingertips, and Engelking was there to defend. Not a bad ball, just off the fingertips of the receiver, forcing a 4th and 2 and a punt from Champlin Park.
Matt Juneau is the punter for Champlin Park. Isaac Collins back deep for Maple Grove, standing on his 30. High snap. Juneau gets a kick away, had to get it away quickly. Takes a nice Rebels bounce. It'll bounce out of bounds at the Maple Grove 38-yard line. Kick of 28 yards, no return.
A lot of pressure from the offensive right side that time that really forced that low end over end kick that really got most of its yardage on the bounce rather than in the air. Maple Grove in relatively good field position at the 38.
Bill talked about their quarterback injuries that they've had. And the start tonight goes to senior Evan Pukel, who had been a linebacker, was a junior varsity quarterback a year ago, moved back into the running quarterback position. The ball is fumbled on the first offensive snap for the Crimson. Recovered by Maple Grove. It'll be second down and 10.
Here we'll see inside carry to Winnicky. On the ball bounces down, and boy, it looks like Champlin Park has a good shot at it, but number 63, one of the offensive linemen, Mitch Engel, is able to come up with the ball and preserve about a 2 to 3 yard gain, so we get a 2nd and 7 here.
On second down, the handoff, and finding it open left side. It's Isaac Collins in the free down the left sideline and pushed out of bounds at the Rebels' 30-yard line. Collins coming in motion, taking the handoff, and a big gainer, Bill, for the Crimson.
A very nicely executed jet sweep here to the left side. And Isaac Collins does a really nice job of hitting the seam, finding the opening. You can see that a lot of the Rebels are looking to see where the ball is, and Collins does a good job of getting downfield and making a big play.
Gain of 28 on a first down. Collins coming in motion. They fake this time. Winnicky, big hole left side. And it's going to be a touchdown for Maple Grove. 30 yards. Clark Winnicky for a score. And the Crimson strike first. Just 2 minutes and 23 seconds in.
And again, a very nice opening for Clark Winnicky, the left side of the offensive line, doing a fine job of creating a seam, and Winnicky popping it pretty good, and he got into the secondary with only one guy to beat and made the touchdown. And Winnicky is part of a really dynamic 1-2 punch in the running game, as well as Isaac Collins, as we saw. So we'll see Maple Grove, as long as they have the lead, they'll keep the ball on the ground pretty much.
Knutson missing on the extra point, so it stays 6-0. The run again by Winnicky for the score.
Very nice blocks on the kick out by tight end number 96, Jake Sterling. Left tackle number 74, Coyote Hausuka. More tickets will be chosen for the sack race, with the winner receiving a $100 Visa gift card and a chance at the grand prize of an additional.
Winnicky, his 8th touchdown on the season. Ty Nomain came into the game with 800 yards rushing. Winnicky 812. And each have 8 touchdowns now. And it's a 6-0 Crimson lead.
Located at 9495 Black Oaks Lane, near Menards in Maple Grove.
So 3 plays into the game, and we've got our first score. It's 6-0. Maple Grove.
Short kick this time by Knutson, bounces at the 20. It's a free ball, fielded. And then a big hit put on by Adam Brandt on Mulsomo, as he able to field it cleanly. And he's looking to hang on to this one. Brandt bearing down on him, gets a good clean hit on him. Mulsomo hangs on, and the Rebels will have it 1st and 10 at their 22.
Well, that was a nice chest-to-chest hit by Brandt, and Mulsomo really was fortunate to be able to hang on to the ball. But you have to field it, otherwise it goes right over to the kicking team if you don't cover it.
Second drive for the Rebels will start again from their 22-yard line. 3 receivers to the right for Biegert. Mulsomo the lone back. He'll get the call. Tries at right tackle and gains a yard to the 23. And be second down and 9. Look at Mike Corton, head coach at Champlin Park, was an assistant a long time. for Tim Herman, now 11th year as head coach of the Rebels. We're going to get back to the 500 mark as the teams get set for section playoffs, which in Class 6A begins a week from Friday. Teams both in the same section for playoff football. Section 5, and a sack from behind, and Biegert goes down. Boy, he never saw or felt Emmanuel Erich coming from behind, and Erich with the sack and a loss of 5.
Now that was intended to be a bubble screen out onto the right side, and the bubble was burst by the corner, and Biegert had no chance to throw the ball. If he'd have thrown that, that would have been a pick 6. And he leaves himself open on the backside for that, and that's a tough one.
Third and 13 for the Rebels. Biegert throwing down the right side and almost caught that. It was a very close play. Casey Carlson, the intended receiver, through his hands. A nicely thrown ball by Biegert. Defensively, Brandt was there, but it's incomplete.
This is as nice a ball he can throw because Brandt can't quite get it, and it hits off the fingertips of the receiver Carlson. But that's a catchable type ball, and very well thrown by Biegert.
Second punt for Juneau. A high snap on the first one. Forced him to rush his kick a little bit. Another little bit of a high snap, and it's blocked. Crimson get it, picked up, and it's a touchdown from Maple Grove. Ryan Brockhausen brought it in for the score, and it's 12-0 Maple Grove. Chris Fondakowski got the block. Brockhausen picks it up with the 3 and runs it in. And just like that, 2 scores on the board for Maple Grove in the game's first 4 minutes. Knudsen out of the hold of Zach Corbin up, and this one is through the uprights. And with 8:06 to play in the first quarter, it's 13-0.
Well, we were talking to Matt Lombardi early this evening before the game, and he was saying that they've really started to make a living on defensive plays, big plays, and getting some defensive touchdowns. I think they've had 4 or 5 games now that they have scored a defensive touchdown, and that's important. That's a real emotional play, a blocked kick, or a kickoff or a punt return for a score. Those are huge emotional plays on both sides. On the plus side for Maple Grove and on the downside for Champlin Park.
Boy, the Rebels in the exact position we said they didn't want to be in.
Yep.
And we're not even 4 minutes in.
Yeah, down 13 and down 2 scores to a team that doesn't give up very many points. This is going to be a tough row for them to deal with.
Their high kick by Knudsen, fielded at the 14. Osseo out past the 25, gets to the 27-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels there. Already their 3rd offensive series of this first quarter. Maple Grove 7-0, as we mentioned, coming into this game, and Champlin Park 3-4. They feel a couple of those games certainly were winnable for them. Lost a close one to De La Salle early, and then in overtime to Blaine. If you win those 2, you're 5-2, and things don't look so bad. And they hope they can improve their play the rest of this night. Trailing early. Quick throw, completion. It's Marty Hill on the reception from Biegert. It's out to the 32-yard line. Game of 5. First completion of the night for Max Biegert.
And this is a nice play. I really like the quick slant to the outside receiver on the single receiver side. It really gives the quarterback an opportunity to make a quick throw and get the ball off right now and get a good pass completion.
Hill's 19th catch of the season. Biegert rolling right, looking and throwing, and is intercepted. Picked off by the Crimson. And Maple Grove going the other way. Zach Corbin with the pick.
And Corbin does a nice job. And Biegert is forced to throw on the run. And the one thing that you can't do is float the ball out there, and that's what happened when you throw across your body like that. Max Biegert had no choice but to either take the sack or put the ball up, and he chose to put it up. But the pass is intercepted, and Maple Grove in excellent field position at the Champlin Park 45-yard line.
Pitch goes to Nomain, drops the ball, picks it back up, stiff arms one guy, but then he gets dropped for a loss. Back at the Maple Grove 46, be a loss of 9.
Here we see Tahi Nomain can't get the handle on the toss. It ends up costing him a 9-yard loss. That's not the way he wanted to start his night carrying the football.
Matt Lombardi, third-year head coach. Crimson has seen steady improvement each season. Last year's club was pretty good. I don't know if you can say this one's a lot better, but they are perhaps a notch better this year.
Absolutely.
Second ranking, certainly helping that perhaps. The second down play, it's a throw and a completion and back into Rebel territory down to the 41-yard line. It's Coyne on the catch. Tyler Coyne, big senior fullback, 6'1", 220, and runs well for a big man, Bill.
Yes, he does. He's a real punch in the backfield, and that fullback screen on second and long is an excellent play. Everybody's looking for the ball to either go deep or go to one of their other running backs, and they had a really good fake to the left side and hit Coyne coming back on the right side screen for a nice game to get him 3rd and 5.
Collins coming in motion, takes the handoff as he did in the last series, evades one guy and gets down to the 30-yard line and picks up a first down gain of 11. Rebels read it a little better that time, but a nice move by Collins to elude one tackler, and he able to get a nice gain out of this. Nice cutback there,
right
Bill.
There. Yeah,
and another one there.
He makes a nice right-hand turn when he sees that thing close to the outside, but the defense has to make good tackles. You can't overrun a guy like that. You have to really play him hard from the inside out, and don't give him that cutback lane.
Bukulo pitch. Winicki's already got a score tonight to the 20-yard line, inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Melvin Joyce on the tackle for the Rebels, but not until Winicki picked up 16.
And Clark Winicki does a nice job. Again, once he makes that plant and turns upfield, he's going. He doesn't make a lot of elusive moves. He's not a great jitterbug type guy, but he's a good slashing runner. Gets his shoulders out over his toes and really accelerates downfield.
1st and 10, Crimson from the Rebels 14. And out goes Domain. He fumbles again. This time he might have lost it. Did he get back on it? We'll see. Took a couple of white shirts there, and they did get it. Domain, 2 carries, 2 fumbles. And Jason Anderson recovers for Champlin Park. And the senior captain, 6'4", 260, makes the recovery for the Rebels.
That's a very big play for Champlin Park to cover that dropped ball by Tahi Nomain to get it, stop a very solid drive by Maple Grove. field position isn't great, but when you stop a potential scoring drive, you take it for whatever it's worth.
Jason Anderson, really solid lineman, Bill. Two-way player for them. He's back out up there at tackle right now. First down and 10 Rebels from their 15-yard line. Biegert will hand off. It's Mulsumo, and he really gets hit by Engelken and driven back, along with Erich on the tackle.
Erich on the stop.
About half a yard on that.
Well, you see that the Maple Grove linebackers really accelerate downhill once they know where they're going. They really accelerate downhill, and that's a trademark of a Matt Lombardi defense. They've seen it for years over at Wayzata. Very aggressive from the linebackers, and very tough to run against a defense like that.
Second down and 10. Mulsumo trying to find a hole, and none there. On the right side, Kyle Anderson had him around the ankles. Help bring him down, number 29. And it's 3rd and 9. Mulsumo 5 carries tonight, Bill. 1 yard, 2 yards, 1, 0, and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Running from tackle to tackle against this defense will be very challenging. And they work very hard to stop the middle first and spill all the running to the outside and have good pressure coming up from the secondary.
Biegert, time to throw on 3rd down and 9, and can't quite hit Marty Hill with the pass out on the 35-yard line. And the Rebels will have to punt.
And so far, the punting game has been an adventure for Champlin Park. I'd be pretty confident in saying that there'll be some pressure on the kicker.
They just got off the first one. The second one blocked and returned for a touchdown. Blocked well this time, and Juneau gets the kick away. Bouncing, picked up at the 40-yard line. This is Collins across midfield, broke a tackle there. Still on his feet and inside the Rebels' 40-yard line, down to the 38.
We have a flag on the return, probably a block in the illegal block in the back, right about the point where Collins got the ball. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the 41-yard line. It'll push it back to the 30.
Well, the Crimson will have to start with their worst field position so far here in the first quarter, back at their 30-yard line. 13-0. Crimson leading with 3:13 to play in the opening quarter.
And Champlin Park has an opportunity now, if they can tighten up their run defense, to possibly get the ball back in fairly good field position. They're really going to have to be aggressive against the run here.
Out across the 40, good way to come back after that penalty, Bill. You shake that off and give it to the guy who's fumbled a couple times. Give him some confidence back. No-Main hangs onto it, and a good gainer of 11 yards out to the 41.
Yeah, Tahi No-Main, very good running back. Over 800 yards so far this year in 7 games. So he's got a good yards per carry, yards per game average. The fumbles are kind of an odd thing, and the fact they put the ball right back in his hands after a penalty and after 2 consecutive fumbles is a sign of confidence in the young man by the coaching staff.
Dylan Cox, senior linebacker and a captain for his Champlin Park team, is the player injured for the Rebels.
Please meet at the Farmers Insurance booth after the first quarter.
Always good when he's sitting up fairly soon, Bill, and now back up on his feet.
Not exactly sure where or how he got injured. I think he probably got a lower leg injury, the way he's limping.
Pink tonight to support breast cancer awareness on the fan side and on the sideline of the girls and the students here. You see some of the players with the pink socks. First down and 10. 4 first downs so far for Champlin Park. And the give is to Winicky. Another big hole, and he's in the clear at the 50, at the 40, and Winicky down to the 34 of Champlin Park. 25-yard pickup.
Sarpong on the stop. That'll be a Crimson first down.
You see Winicky coming through the line, breaking a tackle there, making a nice move to the outside, and using his strength and power to just bowl people over as he finishes off that run. Clark Winicky's a really nice, aggressive running back. You like to have those running backs that aren't afraid to take the hit to the defensive guys.
No Main now the lone back on first down and 10. Collins in motion. Now give is to No Main. And he's inside the 30. Gain of 5 or 6 down to the 25, perhaps the 27-yard line. So No Main and Winicky each 4 carries tonight. Collins with 2. It'll be second down and 5. No Main back out. Winicky back in.
And they've used a similar backfield action most of the night with Collins coming in motion, either giving on the jet sweep, faking the sweep, and giving on the power play to either Winicky or No Main.
Timeout taken by Maple Grove. 1:42 to go in this opening quarter. Rachel Barty coming out to talk with his starting 11.
$100 Visa gift card and a chance at the grand prize of an additional $200 Visa gift card. Contestants will be chosen at the end of the first quarter. Tickets can be purchased at the Americana Community Bank table near the concession stand. Visa gift cards are donated by Americana Community Bank, the bank of the Crimson. Americana Community Bank is a full-service
Playoffs start next Tuesday for classes below 6A, 5A and below, all the way down to 9-man, but only 32 teams in 6A football, and so those schools will begin their playoffs a week from Friday. And Maple Grove certain to have a home game a week from Friday, I guess we could say.
I would think they'd be pretty confident in that.
Lost and they'd have a home game. Second down and 5 out of the timeout. Pitch goes to Winicky. Gets the corner. Has a first down inside the 20. A flag is down. This may come back. He's down to the 20. Again, enough for a first down, but I think this one is going to come back. It is a hold.
On the fullback coin.
Heel on the stop. Holding Crimson is the call.
Third penalty on Maple Grove.
The penalty will be second and 12.
Sets them back to the 35-yard line. It'll be a second down and 12. Minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter. No man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right for Evan Pukel, who is going to throw. Fires out to the right and incomplete. And trying to get it to Brady Engelke. Throw a little bit high. Incomplete. Another flag down in the backfield. Usually where you see holding.
Pretty good play action pass.
Oh, roughing the passer.
Brady Engelke couldn't quite get up and get that, but it looks like we have a roughing penalty against Champlin Park, which will give Maple Grove a first down.
Well, roughing the passer, first penalty against Champlin Park, and it's first down and 10 for the Crimson from the 20 of the Rebels. Collins gets the carry, right side, 15-yard line to the 10, inside the 10 to the 9. Tony White on the tackle, gain of 11. It'll be first and goal for the Crimson.
When they've really run this jet sweep nice. You can see a really good hook block by Coyne on the flank support there on the outside linebacker that gives Collins the edge, and he's upfield for 11 yards, first and goal at the 9-yard line.
Handoff will go to Winicky, and he's down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 3. And it'll be second down and goal from there.
Yeah, pretty well executed trap play as we look towards the end of the first quarter here.
That will be the final play of the quarter. A good start for Maple Grove. One turnover for them, but they are knocking on the door of another score. Already up 13-0.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Take time out. We'll come back. More prep football from Maple Grove High School on 12 Sports after this timeout.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
John Jacobson and Bill Hunstock. Jay Wilcox is on our sideline. We'll hear from him at halftime. Maple Grove up 13-0. We get ready for the second quarter. A second down and goal, Bill, for the Crimson from the Rebels 5.
Well, they have just moved the ball downfield at will every possession they've had.
Little rollout. Puclo on the bootleg. He's going to go, lowers his head, and he's in for the touchdown. Evan Puclo for the score, and it's 19-0. Mitch Engel with the offensive lineman lined up in the backfield. Throws a block, and Puclo runs it in for the score.
This is a quarterback keep all the way. Puclo, as soon as he makes the fake, he turns and tucks the ball and runs, gets a good block on the flank support, gets right down to the goal line and sticks it in.
Knutson's extra point is up and good. One play into the second quarter, and it's 20-0 Crimson.
You see, Puclo just tucks the ball and run, gets a good block downfield. It isn't tackled until he gets to the goal line.
Carl Altenberg, the regular quarterback for Maple Grove, but he's been banged up, held out of tonight's game. And Puclo, as I mentioned early on, linebacker on the roster, but he was a quarterback last year for the Crimson Junior Varsity and inserted back in from quarterback. They're not asking him to do a lot tonight, but he showed something there, Bill. Nice 5-yard run.
Oh, absolutely.
For a score.
And you know, and he's been practicing as the main quarterback the last couple of weeks, so it's not like he hasn't. You know, it's not like he's walking out there with no background at all.
Sumo on the return, gets it out to the 21.
Maple Grove has really done a nice job of covering their kicks. They don't give up a lot of field position on kickoff coverage, and that forces Champlin Park. Their starting position has been inside their 30-yard line, inside the 25, virtually on every drive, and that really puts a lot of pressure on your offense.
First down at 10. They give to Mosumo a whistle and a procedure penalty whistle against the Rebels.
A lot of movement along the line of scrimmage. It's hard to tell initially who moved first, whether it was the Maple Grove defense. But one of the things we watch for now with a 3-touchdown lead is the Maple Grove linebackers. There'll be 4 or 5 linebackers in there, and they'll be coming in all different kinds of angles and different spots along the line of scrimmage. Watch for 4 or 5 people coming at the line of scrimmage all the time.
Eager play action, trying to avoid pressure, got away from one guy, but not anymore. And he goes down back at the 9-yard line. Sacked and a loss of 8.
And we see who's back there. Number 5, Theo Fryer. Number 20, Manuel Eric. Both linebackers, both coming off different places. We'll see from this 3-5 defense that Maple Grove uses. As I said, those 5 linebackers, 4 linebackers and a strong safety, however they line up, they're going to be all over the place now.
Second down and 22. The late handoff. Mosumo trying to spin away from Anglican, but can't. Only gets a couple yards to the 12. Jake Anglican, 6'2", 190-pound senior. In on the stop, very active defensive player. It'll be 3rd down and 20 to go for the Rebels.
Yeah, Jake Anglican does a nice job from his outside support position. Lines up as a cornerback, but he really can make the plays as almost as another linebacker sometimes.
They get rolling out under pressure. He's got to come back to the near side, and down he goes. Erich has him back at the 8-yard line. Sack and loss of 4.
You see the pressure on the offensive left side. Bieger tries to come back, and Erich is right there waiting for him. It's just sometimes it seems like Maple Grove is playing with like 13 or 14 guys out there, but it's just these guys are just being all over the place by taking different angles right at the snap of the ball, and different guys going in different places. Makes it very challenging for the offensive line to pick everybody up.
Juneau had a 43-yard punt the last time. Bounces this one at the 30 and does not take much of a Rebels roll. And they'll go down at the 34. Kick this time of just 25 yards, and great field position for the Crimson.
And be sure to buy your Dash or Cash raffle tickets soon. 4 tickets will be chosen for the sack race, with the winner receiving a $100 Visa gift card and a chance at the grand prize on our
Maple Grove bill in the season, including the first quarter plus tonight. 262 points scored, just 61 allowed.
And that's and again, statistically, we know why they're 7-0. Their defense just doesn't give up very many points.
First down give is to the fullback Coyne. His first carry tonight. He had a pass reception earlier. Gains a 1, now down to the 33.
And Tyler Coyne doesn't like to hear it too much, but in this offense and with the tailbacks that they have, he's really a 3rd guard. And his primary job is to block and to kick out the flank support on their primary running plays. And periodically they get to hand him the ball or throw him the ball, and he does pretty well with it.
This is Winicky on the handoff from Puko, and the line helps him move him forward inside the 25. Flag comes in late.
My guess we're going to have probably a hold or an illegal block in the back. Yep.
It's a hold.
Here we see Winicky getting upfield, pretty good order. And there's a block in the back right there. That's a hard one to call, but there's a lot of guys jumbled around there in a big mass of bodies. But that's a spot foul, so it's going to bring it back to about the 38-yard line.
Second out and 14 there for the Crimson. Coin in motion. Buchel throwing, quick throw out to Collins, 40-yard line, 35 on the 31-yard line. Tackled there by Adam Kamrath. Good game, Bill. Picks up 7. That's half the distance they needed. It'll be third down and a manageable 7 yards to go.
Yeah, that was a nice little bubble screen. They got the ball to Collins very quickly. And actually, it was pretty well played by the defense, but not until after the pass was caught. That's a tough one to read, but the outside guy, if he can pick it up and beat the block, you can make that play not very successful. But if the corner gets blocked, it's a very tough play to stop.
Give this to Nomain inside the 25-yard line. Looks like he's got enough for the first down, but it'll be close. That's where they come in from the sides here. They're going to say it's a first down. They need to measure. He's ahead of the first down stick by half a yard or so. Fresh 4 for the Crimson. First down and 10 from the 23.
And again, we see the basic play that they have set their offense up with tonight. Fake the jet sweep to Collins and give the ball off tackle to Nomain. Pretty well blocked by the offensive line. This offensive line for Maple Grove does a very good job working together. We have a Champlin Park player shaken up on the play. I believe that's number 46, Jacob Heil.
Little leaders, please start assembling near the flag. Little leaders, please assemble near the flag.
Heil being helped off now and limping off. We saw Dylan Cox go out earlier, another starter on this defense. Our score box that you normally see across the top is not working right now, so we apologize for that. We will tell you we have 7 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the second quarter. Maple Grove 20, Champlin Park nothing. The Crimson with a first down and 10 at the 23 of Champlin Park. Pitch goes to Winicky. And Winicky, not too much that time, but the Rebels have defensed the run so far tonight. Stop made by Jack Darnell. Gain of 1 and second down and 9.
It was actually very nicely played by the defensive front 7. They got good penetration from the down lineman and good flow from the linebackers downhill into the play. And Winicky really didn't have much room. Only a gain of 1.
Second down, Nomain's back in. He's inside the 20-yard line down to the 18. Pick up a 5 and bring up third down and 4.
Ball carrier Tahi Nomain that time coming off the left side. The left side has been pretty good for Maple Grove tonight, and they're really getting a good surge going forward and giving their backs 2 or 3 yards downfield before they get hit, which is always a plus.
Third and 4, Crimson. Collins in motion. He gets the handoff. Collins has had good success running the football tonight. He's got a first down again inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line to pick up a 9. His runs tonight, Bill, 28 yards, 11, 11, and now 9.
Pretty good yards per carry and pretty good total for sophomore running back Isaac Collins. Doing a nice job. They're really getting the blocking almost perfect on those jet sweeps. They're getting a good seal on the outside flank support and getting a good matchup out on the secondary and giving Collins a place to run.
First down and goal from the 9. Inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line on the first down run by Nomain. Second and goal. Pick up a 4+ yards there.
One of the things I'm watching, John, is how the 5 offensive linemen for Maple Grove come off the ball. If you watch just those 5 guys, they come off the ball and they're forcing the defensive front for Champlin Park back. They're controlling the line of scrimmage. There's no penetration by any of the down linemen for Champlin Park, and that makes it very, very tough to stop a running game.
Give us to Coyne, the big fullback, to the goal line, and he's going to be marked short. It'll be third down and goal from inside the 1. To Winicky at the carry.
Third and goal from the 1. Boyer on the stop.
Winicky thought he had the ball in the end zone that time. He was just short of the line.
Third and goal inside the 1. Cook will give. And Coyne has the ball, and he is in, and it's a touchdown.
Yep. Got to wait till the linesman comes in and sees where the ball is in relationship to the goal line. Tyler Coyne gets it into the end zone for another Crimson touchdown.
Knutson the kick. Missed on his first one. He's connected on the last 3, and with 3:52 left in the first half, it's now 27-0 Crimson.
3:52 to play in the second quarter.
We get a good look at Tyler Coyne carrying the ball right off the middle and surges into the end zone. You can see he's got about half of his body in the end zone, so obviously a touchdown.
Rushing touchdowns for the Crimson tonight. The other one coming on special teams on the block.
That Crimson drive was 8 plays, 61 yards,
and I think
5 minutes and 34 seconds.
Offensively, the job's going to get tougher for Champlin Park here because the Maple Grove defense, now that they've got a 4-touchdown cushion, their front 7, front 8 is just going to be laying their ears back and driving hard.
Short kick, fair caught by Darnell. First and 10 from the 20-yard line for Champlin Park. The short kick, Bill, can be very effective. Knutson hitting those kicks right about where he'd want them to. You don't give a chance necessarily for a big return. You're not kicking it very deep, and you have a chance for a fumble. You know, we saw the good hit in the first quarter on a return that Mulsumo was able to hang on to, but you hope for a play like that where the ball comes loose or the return guy never gets to the ball.
Absolutely.
And even on a short kick like that, the Rebels still are starting at their 20.
Yeah, and that's a very effective kick. That high short kickoff like that, particularly outside the hash mark, out around the numbers, is very, very tough for the return team to handle. And like you said, John, it can create some problems and, potentially can create a turnover.
Gain of 3 on first down, second down and 7. So we'll get the carry again. He bugs his way out past the 25 and a good run out to the 32, Bill. And first down for the Rebels and a gain of 9.
Very nicely done. Their offensive line got a good surge. Slant to the left by the defensive line gave a nice opening, and Mosumo was able to get upfield and actually get a pretty nice carry there.
First down of the game for Champlin Park. Give them Mosumo again. Bounces it nicely outside. It gets to the 40-yard line, tripped up there. Sam Franta on the tackle. Gain of 8 on first down for Mosumo.
Well, we got a good glimpse of the quality of Mosumo's running abilities. He makes a really nice S-cut up and out and makes one of the defensive guys for Maple Grove just miss right there. And does a very good job of getting the ball up another 8 yards. A nice carry.
971 yards rushing on the season for him through that carry, and picks up 3 to 4 more here. It'll be a Rebels first down out to the 45.
Another nice opening for Mosumo as he got into the line of scrimmage. Just got tripped up by the ankle by somebody reaching in, and otherwise he would have had another 8 or 9 yard gain. And on this series, the offensive line has started to fire off the ball a little bit and get some movement, and it's made a difference.
Give it to Mosumo again. Engelkin throws him down, but he gets 4 yards first out to the 49.
Good tackle one-on-one by Engelking, but good momentum by Mosumo as he got upfield and got about a 4.5 yard gain out of what looked like it was going to be a very short gain to begin with.
Rebels all 3 of their timeouts remaining, then a 20 go in the half. They've got a second down and 6 ball at their 29. And Biegert will give it to number 29 again. And he's got a first down, got some room into that secondary of Maple Grove and all the way down to the 29-yard line of Maple Grove.
And Mosumo is at 5'9", 170 pounds. Not the biggest running back, but he makes a nice move, gets upfield, makes a nice lean in right there as he gets his shoulder down and does a nice job on defensive back number 3, Isaac Collins. And gets another nice gain. Nice physical run.
Yeah, gain of 22 right there for the junior, and Maple Grove using a timeout here. And the first time tonight, going to back on their heels a little bit as those runs. All of our regular season games streamed live on Channel 12, so you can watch from your mobile device. It's not a image we've dubbed in later, Bill. That's really what people are seeing at home right now.
That's us live.
That's
Joe.
us. How about that?
What a concept.
Watch it all on our website, 12.tv, through live stream.
There's an app for that.
There is.
There you go.
First down and 10 for Champlin Park. A nice job by that offensive line. You look at those guys, and you know Malin already talked about that with us. He said, Champlin Park is always big. They always got huge kids along that line.
And they're finally getting off the ball. It took them a quarter and a half to really start getting off the ball, but once they have, they've done a very nice job.
Biegert dropping back, throwing on 1st and 10 and incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver, coverage by Adam Brandt and Peter Olson. Second down and 10.
We'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Rebels.
Still 59 seconds remaining. Ball on the left hash mark to give to Mosumo. And he's wrapped up and dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3. Blake Whitecotton on the tackle for loss.
Boy, and I really thought Mosumo had a nice run going there and closed down by White Cotton and number 5, Theo Freyer, who made nice play to corral that. I thought when he handed the ball off that he had that entire side to himself, and he really didn't.
Rebels use a timeout here with a 3rd down and 13 coming.
I think we can pretty safely say that we're in 4-down territory with the Champlin Park offense here. If they can get 6 or 8 yards on 3rd down, they have a manageable 4th down to get the 1st down, and they still have plenty of time on the clock, as well as 2 timeouts.
Third and 13. Roll out right, and looking back to the middle of the field. Beard overthrowing Hill. Brandt was step for step with him, and it's 4th down.
That was a tough one. Hill got forced in. The ball was launched as a post pattern, and you can see that Hill got. We didn't see him get run inside, but he got forced inside too far and couldn't get back upfield to make a play on the ball. That's just good pass defense when the defender can take the route away from the receiver. The quarterback is left trying to throw to the spot, and there's nobody there.
So 4th and 13 for the Rebels as they try to keep this drive alive. Beeger throwing to Mosumo on the screen, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and a yard more, and that is it. And the Crimson take over on downs. Gunnar Ayers with the tackle, the senior linebacker. And Maple Grove gets the ball back with 40 seconds remaining. 1 timeout left. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at their 27.
First down Crimson from there, 27.
And as the ball got closer to the Maple Grove goal line, the defense stiffened up there, forcing a couple of bad passes, a couple of an overthrown ball, and pretty well covered on that screen pass.
Evan Pukul under center, and 1st down and 10. They'll give to Domain. He's out across the 30, the 33-yard line, gain of 5. Winicky on the carry, and in with the play, Adam Brandt. Winicky 8 carries tonight. Domain 7, Collins 4.
They're going to be very balanced with their running attack.
Pukul, play action, wants to go deep, and does, and overshoots his guy by quite a bit. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Intended receiver Brady Engelke.
1 second remaining in the half. That was.
They're going to call it a half. 1/10 of a second had been up on the board, and that's it. That's halftime. And a great start for the home team as they look to finish out the regular season unbeaten, Bill. And a very nice 27-0 lead on Champlin Park.
Yeah, they really got out of the gate fast, and they've controlled the tempo of the game, both offensively and defensively, right from the get-go. And we'll see what the coaches have to say here at the halftime.
Section playoffs coming up. We mentioned the end of next week. Osseo and Ticino Brace playing on the other side of the division for a conference championship tonight over in Fridley. Maple Grove on the verge of wrapping up the title here. A very strong performance for the Crimson on both sides of the ball, really, on offense, defense, and even special teams with the good kickoffs, the kick coverage, the block punt for a score. Have all led to a 4-touchdown lead here for Maple Grove at halftime on the final night of the regular season. Perfect night weather-wise for football. Cheerleaders out on the field right now with the young cheerleaders, the cheerleaders to be, so to be, the little leaders, the Crimson and the young cheerleaders out on the field. Right now we're going to go down to the sideline. Jay Wilcox standing by with Mike Corton.
Thanks, John. And Mike, obviously a tough half for your team. What are you trying to build as you go into the second half with this group?
Well, we finally got a first down on that last drive. Hopefully we can put some things together off of that. We got to play better. We got to play more physical and be more aggressive, and we're not doing that right now.
Obviously, both teams getting set for the playoffs. Does that impact anything in terms of how you do things in the second half? The fact that you've got a playoff game coming up next week?
No, we got to play better, and we got to get better every play. So that's what we'll focus on.
All right, Mike, good luck in the second half here.
Thank you.
Mike Corton, the Rebels head coach, obviously not the kind of start that he was hoping for. A lot of teams that have faced Maple Grove have been in this spot this season as they have played a tremendous first half on the way to this 27-0 lead. We've got one more half of football to go here in the regular season for 2013. Maple Grove looking to lock up a conference championship here tonight, and they're looking well on their way with a 27-0 lead.
Maple Grove, New Hope, and Brooklyn Center. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown. Reed looks it away and Hopkins advances.
Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Maple Grove 27, Champlin Park nothing, and the cheerleaders and the young cheerleaders out on the field. They just finished their routine. Crimson dance team comes out now. A scoring started in this game very early, 2 minutes and 23 seconds in after a 3-and-out by Champlin Park. 30-yard touchdown run by Clark Winicky, capping off Maple Grove's first offensive possession of the game. And then just over a minute and a half later, they had a block punt by Chris Fondakowski. It was returned by Ryan Brockhausen for a score, 13-0 Crimson after one. second quarter scoring. Evan Pukel, the quarterback, on a keeper for 5 yards. And then the last touchdown score by Tyler Coyne on a 1-yard run. And that's where we're at, 27-0 now at halftime. Let's go down to the field now. Check out the Maple Grove dance team. Outstanding performance for the dance team from Maple Grove High School. Their team up at halftime on Champlin Park. 27-0 our score. Back with more halftime from Maple Grove High School after this timeout.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winnicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown! Our score at halftime, Maple Grove 27, Champlin Park nothing. Let's go down the sidelines now with Jay Wilcox and Bill Hunstock.
Thanks, John. And, of course, playoff football just around the way for both of these teams as we get set for the section playoffs in Class 6A. And, Bill, you would think that Maple Grove, if they finish off tonight 8-0, would be the top seed in Section 5, but it's not a sure thing. But strength of schedule slightly higher for Osseo and Totino Grace, but either way, those should be the top three, and it's a difficult section to get seeded in.
Yeah, I tell you, it's going to be a very tough section anyway, with three really good teams, with Grace, Osseo, and Maple Grove. I think they got one loss between the three of them over the first 7 games, so it's going to be a tough section. Then getting out of this section, they go right into the from the frying pan into the fire, so to speak, because then they'll have to eventually take on somebody like Eden Prairie, probably.
Yeah, crossover with Section 6 again this year, where Eden Prairie figures to be the clear-cut #1 seed there. After that, you've got teams like Minnetonka and Wayzata who are playing tonight, and also Prior Lake. There's a possibility, if everything works out, that Maple Grove, if they get the #1 seed, could possibly be taking on Wayzata, Matt Lombardi's old team, in the second round. That'd be a very interesting one if it comes out to be.
That would be very interesting to see Maple Grove go against Wayzata. Particularly, Wayzata had a really tough struggle against Eden Prairie last week. They're thinking that they're going to bounce back against a good Minnetonka team tonight, and I know that the Maple Grove guys, they would love to get their hands on Wayzata and prove to them who's the tougher dog in this region.
And Maple Grove last year had a tough loss to Minnetonka in the playoffs, so they want to show that they've taken that next step and really can compete with the Lake teams or just about anyone.
Absolutely. We mentioned earlier this evening, they're not looking to get into the playoffs and do well in the first round. They're looking to get in the playoffs and make a statement and get into the Dome. And they're not going to be satisfied unless they really knock off somebody very good.
Maple Grove looking to go 8-0 in the regular season, and it's so far so good. They are up big on Champlin Park, 27-0 at halftime. We'll be back here to Crimson Stadium in just a moment. Live football action for you continues next on 12 Sports.
Osseo, Crystal, and Plymouth. Channel 12 is your local source.
This one looks like it could go for the touchdown. Reed puts it away and Hopkins advances.
Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Almost the start of the second half now. Maple Grove up on Champlin Park, 27-0. Back to the field we go. Jay Wilcox standing by with Matt Lombardi.
Thanks, John. And Coach, your team really jumped on them right away. Was that a thing that you guys really stressed tonight, or is it just the way you guys have been all year?
Yeah, I think we wanted to come out, and they've been playing well lately, so we thought we got to come out early and try to, it's our home field, and make a statement. And I thought our kids played really hard, and they played tough, and Champlin gave us a couple breaks, and so we were able to take advantage of them.
Special teams is something that can be overlooked, but you guys made another big play in that, getting that punt block. Talk about your special teams play this year and tonight.
Yeah, I think that the punt block by Fondakowski was huge for us, and it was kind of neat. Ryan Brockhausen, a backup outside linebacker, picked it up and scored, so it was neat on his senior night. And it's, you always hear offense and defense, but it's true. Sometimes those games come down to special teams, and you better be ready on all three levels.
Got one more half before playoff time. Do you try and rest some guys, does it look like, depending on score, or is it just go all out and get this win and then worry about it?
Well, we just talked about that. We kind of lost focus a little on that last drive defensively, and I said, every play you take the field, you better play to the top of your ability every play. So we didn't really get to that point yet, so we'll be out there in the third quarter, and hopefully our kids will go full speed every second of it. of it.
All right, thanks, Matt, and good luck second half.
All right, thanks, Jay.
Matt Lombardi, head coach for the Crimson. So far, dominating performance. As a coach, you're always finding something to look at. That last drive for Champlin Park was really the first time that they moved the football here tonight. John?
All right, thanks very much, Jay. And Bill, you can attest to that. I'm sure you were never happy, win or lose, right?
No, it isn't really about the score.
Happiness.
Yeah, Matt's very happy, and he's pleased with how they've played. But like he said, you really want to get your kids to understand that you need to play as fast as you can all the time.
Highlights from the first half of play. Maple Grove scoring on its opening drive. Clark Winicky, 30 yards and a touchdown. He's got 89 yards rushing on 8 carries in the first half. It put Maple Grove up 6-0. And Emmanuel Erich with the sack on Max Biegert, one of 3 sacks on Biegert in the first half. Then there's the punt block that Coach Lombardi was talking about. Return by Brockhausen for the touchdown. Extra point was good. 13-0 after 1. Second quarter. The fake on the handoff, and Pukel keeping, runs it in. The senior for 5 yards out for a score. And that makes the score 20-0. They had one more to make it 27-0. As you look at the numbers, Rebels is 48 yards in total offense, and most of that came on that last drive of the half. The Crimson with 188, 9 first downs to 3, each team with a turnover. 4 penalties for the Crimson, 2 for the Rebels. So Bill, Maple Grove will get the football to begin the second half. And as Coach Lombardi said, yeah, we got to stay sharp. You don't want to lose focus. Don't look at the scoreboard. Come out and play well while you're out on the field, no matter what the scoreboard says behind you or in front of you.
And absolutely, you're looking for the quality of play on every down, and Maple Grove is really in the driver's seat right here, right now, and Champlin Park's really going to have to establish themselves defensively. They're going to have to come out and try to make some kind of a defensive statement by getting Maple Grove to punt the ball, maybe not necessarily a 3 and out, but if they can force Maple Grove to turn the ball over on a punt, they will have made a very positive statement about what their defense is ready to do.
Collins and Winicky back deep to receive this kickoff. They're set to kick the ball off. The extra 3 minutes they give the players to warm up, still winding down. I think they want to put the 12 minutes on the board and get started here as both teams are ready. Now Grassi is the kickoff guy for Champlin Park. It'll be the first chance for him to kick off in this game. And Grassi, a junior. Now that clock is wound down and we are ready to go. And Grassi to kick it for the Rebels. Return guys for the Crimson standing back inside their 10. Good kick by Grassi, fielded by Collins back at the 5. And across the 15. He's got a lot of turf in front of him. Out to the 40-yard line. To midfield, a cutback and brought down at the 44 of Champlin Park. Tackle made by Marty Hill. Kick return of 51 yards.
You see that Collins sets himself up very nicely, gets a couple of good blocks, and gets all the way down to the 44-yard line of Champlin Park.
You know, it's good. His older brother Roman Collins, outstanding player here a couple of years ago for Maple Grove, and this kid just a sophomore. He's got outstanding speed.
He really gets around very, very nicely.
Bucco rolling out, is able to release the ball to Coyne before he's brought down, and Coyne pulls his way forward and gets a first down, a gain of 11. Bucco close to going down. Melvin Joyce had them all but wrapped up. And Puchel able to get the throw away, Coyne the catch, and a first down and a gain of 11.
Well, how Puchel got the ball, not only got it off, but got it off so that he could get it right to Tyler Coyne. Big surprise there. Very well played by Joyce as he got in and did a very nice job of pressuring Puchel.
One play, one first down, a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Winicky the back takes the pitch, got to pick a spot and gains 3, maybe 4 yards inside the 30-yard line to close to the 29. Winicky, as I mentioned, 89 yards and 8 carries in the first half. Give him 3 here. Gives Maple Grove 170 yards rushing tonight. It's more of a rushing team this year, despite not counting the injury to Altenberg, but they're more run-oriented this year than they were a year ago.
Absolutely, they've got with the running backs that they've got, why not?
Right.
And they've got a very nice offensive line too.
No Main the carry, and gains 4 down to the 26-yard line. That offensive line, Bill, a good unit that Matt Lombardi thinks a lot of. Coyote Awashika, Mitch Engel, and Colton Kitterman, Cam Garlick, Ben Schultz. Three seniors on the interior as tackles, a sophomore and a junior. Third down, here's Collins, another big run for him. He's down to the 20-yard line and down to the 17-yard line. And a first down. Gain of 9.
Another nice run for Collins on the jet sweep. They've run that quite a few times tonight, and they're still getting the good block on the flank, and that makes that thing go.
Collins came in tonight, 5 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown tonight. 5 carries and 58 yards. First down and 10 here is no Main. Tahi down to close to the 11-yard line. Joyce on the tackle. Pick up of 6.
And the offensive line for Maple Grove, as we've mentioned more than once tonight, is really taking the line of scrimmage away. That last play with the ball to Tahi Nomain. Very nice trap up front by the offensive lineman. Getting Nomain up into the line of scrimmage, a nice gain of 7 yards.
Second down and 4. This is Winicky into the end zone, 11 yards and a touchdown. His second score tonight, he's up over 100 yards. And it's 33-0 Crimson. Knudsen for the extra point. The hold of Corbin. Kick is up and through. 8:28 left here in the third quarter. It's 34-0.
Well, here we see a hole so wide you could drive a truck through it there that Clark Winicky gets through untouched. Just really nicely done by the Maple Grove offense as they put up their 34th point for the night. Clark Winicky is second nice touchdown run.
That Crimson drive was 6 plays, 44 yards. It took 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
It's not going to be an easy team to beat in the postseason, Bill.
No, I don't think so. I think they were talking about at halftime, how that section seeds out with between Osseo, Maple Grove, and Grace is going to be very interesting to see that. One of those three teams is going to be the number 3 seed, and that's going to be a very tough team to beat.
Sumo on the return hit inside his 20 back at the 18. Patrice has taken some hits tonight in the kick return game and in the backfield running the ball. Tyler Coyne on the stop. First down and 10. Rebels offense on the field for the first time to begin the second half. They showed some signs of life, Bill, on that final drive. Mosomo really moving the ball well behind that offensive line. And
absolutely.
Until they got inside the 30, and then the Maple Grove defense stiffened and forced a turnover on downs. First down and 10 at their 18-yard line. First carry tonight. Hyundai Wakolo. On the gain about 4, close to 5 yards. Hyundai's a senior, 5'11", 235 yards. Had a touchdown last week against Anoka. Picks up 5 yards here.
Yeah, no, Wakolo brings a little bit more size into the backfield. At 235 pounds, he's a little bit tougher guy to bring down one-on-one.
Gets and there you go. Is there an example there, Bill? He was hit after about a 2-yard gain, bounced off those guys and brought it out to the 27-yard line.
That'll be a Champlin first down.
You see, he keeps his legs going. He's got enough bulk there to make the first guy bounce off. If he really gets some acceleration, maybe can make some things happen here for the Rebel offense.
Got out to the 28, and that was enough for a first down. Eager to give it to him again. The flag is down.
Yeah, with an encroachment offside by the defense into the neutral zone before the snap of the ball.
We'll make it 1st and 5. The Rebels from their 33.
1st and 5 at the 33 now for Champlin Park. Wakolo remains the lone back behind Biegert. Give it to him again. Hit from behind and wrapped up at the 34, a gain of just 1.
That time the weak side outside linebacker made a really nice blitz down the line of scrimmage and made the play.
No gain. That'll make it 2nd and 5.
No gain. 2nd down and 5. Colo on the run out to the 37-yard line. He'll gain 4 here. So 4 straight runs for him to begin this drive. Will bring up a 3rd down and 1. Midway through the 3rd quarter. And out to the 40-yard line on the 1st down, the 2nd of this drive. Colo picking up 3 more.
So Wakolo's doing a nice job there. The offensive line is getting off the ball, and they're just getting hooked up enough. And Wakolo is able to find a seam and use his power to get through and make 3, 4, 5 yards each time he's touched the ball.
Beeger, short drop, throws, and makes the completion into Maple Grove territory and down to the 43-yard line. Catch by Marty Hill for a first down.
This is a nice throw and catch. Nice catch by Marty Hill between two defenders. And he does a good job of getting upfield after he makes the grab. And boy, that's a good way to set your running game up, is to have a nice grab like that on the outside. Keep the defense honest up front.
Gain of 16 and a first down. Gain to the 40-yard line, another gain of 3. So running short runs, but getting positive yardage.
And it was that time it was Detrice Masumo, and you know, again, they've done a very nice job of mixing up their plays and getting some good surge from their offensive line.
Second down, and the handoff. Again, it's Masumo, and this time hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Engelken in on the stop for Maple Grove. It'll be third down and 6.
That'll make it third and 6 for the Rebels from the Crimson 39.
Football players on hand. We've got a third and, I mentioned, about 6 yards to go, Bill, for a first.
Yep. That time the defensive line just really squeezed off the running lane, and Masumo really didn't have anywhere to go.
Play action fake. Beeger gets under the would-be sacker, trying to go deep for Hill, who is double covered downfield and incomplete.
Beeger made one of the nicest survival moves I've seen in a long time. He said, I'm not going to stand here and let this guy run over me, so I'll just duck down and let him go over, and I'll throw the ball out here.
Erich was the guy beating down on trying to get the sack. Fourth down and 7. Champlin Park goes for it inside the Maple Grove 40-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Beeger looking that way. Steps up, fires, and it's a completion down to the 29-yard line. Jonathan Yee, senior wide receiver, on the catch. Gain of 10.
This is well done. Nice throw and grab. Yee does a nice job of getting his body between the ball and the defender, making the grab and getting it cradled so that he makes the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Rebels as they give it to Masumo. Back to the ground game, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. I'll make it second and 10 for the Rebels from the Crimson 29.
Second down and 10.
Champlin Park having a second consecutive pretty nice possession here. They really need to get the ball into the end zone on this possession, however.
Play action, they fake to Masumo. Beeger on the run, throwing, trying to get it to Yee again, and incomplete near the goal line. Coverage by Corbin, and it's third and 10.
I'll make it third and 10 for the Rebels.
Beeger tonight 4 of 12 passing for 36 yards and an interception. He's been sacked 3 times. Face a third down and 10 here. Ball just inside the Maple Grove 30. Empty backfield as Masumo is slot right. Beeger stepping up, and he is going to go down. Sacked by Erich and a Whitecotton. Back of the 34, loss of 5.
But just see a good pressure by the defensive front. They didn't respect a lot of the five receivers, sent 2 linebackers, and White Cotton was able to get to him.
And now 4th and 15. Mulsumo in the back with 3 receivers to the left. Biegert will fire toward the end zone. Be a tough throw. Hill, the intended receiver, well covered by Brand. You know, we haven't seen a lot of open wide receivers by
Not at all.
By Champlin Park tonight. Even the completions they've been able to make, it's been pretty good defensive coverage and better throws on the ones that Biegert's been able to get in there.
Yeah, he's the passes that have been completed have been very nice throws and grabs, and the rest of them he just has been throwing to guys that have had double coverage, and really has had a very hard time trying to get the ball in any place where his guys could make a grab on it.
Crimson take over on downs. 1st down and 10 at their 33-yard line. The Rebels defensive front right there to meet the back for no gain. That's Eric Peterson, senior, with his first carry tonight into the ball game. No gain. Second down and 10. They'll stay on the ground, trying to bounce to the outside. This is Ian Hansen. Back to the line of scrimmage, Bill, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think we had a flag on the play that probably it's in the offensive backfield, probably a hold. Absolutely against the Crimson.
We got a lot of young guys in there now, or in there for Champlin or for Maple Grove as their starters get a rest.
Hey, go out there, have fun, dominate. Easy as that.
Second and 23 for the Crimson. This is Hansen on the carry. Tripped up after a short gain. Drake Boyer on the tackle for Champlin Park. And it's 3rd and long. That would be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we will go to the 4th. Maple Grove posting a shutout on Champlin Park. 34-0 Crimson the score. More Prep football live on Channel 12 after this timeout.
Maple Grove, New Hope, and Brooklyn Center. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown. Reed looks it away and Hopkins advances.
Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
With Bill Hunstock and Jay Wilcox, I'm John Jacobson. 34-0 Maple Grove on top of Champlin Park. Ready to start the 4th quarter of play. Good to face a 3rd and a 1/4 of a mile Bill for 1st. And Pupo play action. He's going to fire it down the right sideline and overshoots his receiver by quite a bit. That is Mitchell Benkowski, intended receiver. It'll be 4th down. And Maple Grove
will be forced
to
to
punt for the first time. Yeah. Jebba Doe is the punter for Maple Grove. Sumo back deep to receive for the Rebels. timeout. Not everybody on the field, perhaps, for Maple Grove.
Well, one of the things that's can be confusing on the sideline is if you have your second line guys in on offense, you usually don't change your kicking team, and the first line guys don't pay attention, and you end up with 10 guys out on the field when you're punting the ball. You head by 34, taking a timeout isn't going to be critical, but you certainly don't want to have that happen at any point in the game, no matter where it is and what the score is. That just is an indication that somebody's not paying attention.
Doe standing back at his 8. The high kick away, bounces at the 47 of Champlin Park. Nice crimson roll, and we'll roll another almost 20 yards down to the 27. Kick of 51 yards, Bill, for Jebediah.
Nice kick. He got the ball up in the air and pretty nicely, and it once it hit, it just took off bouncing. And we make the comment quite often. I see it on every level: high school, at small college, major college, NFL. Guys that don't get under the punt and make the catch, it always ends up seeming to cost you field position one way or another.
First down and 10. Champlin Park will start from their 27-yard line. Wilsilmo hit and dropped, a loss of 2. Back to the 25-yard line.
Angleton on the stop. Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12 for the Rebels from their 25.
Second down and 12. Sumo 56 yards rushing tonight, unofficially giving him exactly 1,000 for the season.
Pretty nice season. He's really done a nice job.
Second down and 12. He gets the call again. Gains 4 yards. Bringing Zach Corbin with him for the last couple. Gain out to the 29. We'll bring up third down and 8.
3rd and 8 from the 29.
Biegert, roll out. Fire for Hill, at a step on the D-back and makes the catch down to the 38 of Maple Grove.
That was excellent. Hill was finally able to break coverage, got a step on the defender, and Biegert does a nice job, gets his shoulders and hips upfield. Hand over the ball as he releases and puts a nice ball downfield for Hill to grab, and right there on the sideline.
Gain of 33 and a first down. 8th first down of the game for the Rebels. 5 rushing, 3 passing. First and 10 at the Maple Grove 38 for Champlin Park. Sumo gets the carry, this is Apollo with the carry, and he's inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Apollo's carried 5 times at a drive in the 3rd quarter. A nice rush. He's had a good positive yards, Bill, and not breaking any away, but he's getting 4 or 5 yards a pop.
And that's enough to move the sticks. Champlin Park really needs to work to find where their offense can be effective as they start to get ready for the playoffs as well.
Fake the handoff. Biegert rolling out, throwing incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver. Franta on the coverage.
Sam Franta did a nice job. He had a good break on the ball that time, denying Hill an opportunity to make the grab. He did a great job of getting his body in position and getting his hands up to disrupt the pass.
Third down and 5 from the Maple Grove 33. Run down to the 31-yard line. A couple more yards for Wakolo. Bring up 4th down and 3.
Another tough 4th down situation in Maple Grove territory for the Champlin Park offense. They've been down here a couple of times tonight, just haven't been able to break through to get into the goal line.
Fourth down and 3 to go. Roll out left. Biegert stops, and he is going to go down. Back at the 35, a flag comes in late.
Flag on the field.
Bill, when you see that throw near the end of the play, sometimes you think, well, it could be a face mask on the defense.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It was that somebody reached in and made a grab. Personal foul.
There you go.
Yep. It's just like you thought, John, that right there at the end of the play, this guy's standing up, and somebody got a pretty good grab on the face mask and helmet of Biegert. Fortuitous play for Champlin Park on a play that was an obvious 5-6 yard loss, turning into a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Osseo leading Tutino Grace 14-7 after 3 quarters in Fridley. First and 10 from the 20. Not too much there, and in fact, a loss in the play of a couple of yards. The defensive line was in on Mosumo as soon as he got the ball.
Absolutely. You had about 4 guys coming up at the A and B seams there, and just one more guy than the offensive line can handle.
Second down and 12 back at the 22. He in motion. And off will go to Mosumo. Up the middle, breaks a tackle. Another, and is inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal. Tackle by Jebba Doe.
Nice run down to about the 7-yard line. One of the offensive linemen for Champlin Park shaken up on the play.
It's Remy Allison, 6'5", 300-pound senior who is down on the turf.
It looks like we got a lower leg injury of some variety here. Ankle or foot.
Bill, I know you and Jay talked at halftime about the Section 5, or rather Class 6A playoffs, specifically Section 5, and these teams part of it. The 8 teams that are in that section: Blaine, Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, Maple Grove, Tutino Grace, and Opus Centennial in Osseo. Maple Grove with an unbeaten season, they're going to be the top seed, and I can't see any other way that Osseo and Tutino aren't 2 and 3.
No,
regardless of
absolutely not.
whoever wins tonight's the 2, and who loses is the 3.
And that makes a very tough 1, 2, 3 for the first round of the playoffs. Somebody, you know, when they cross over, it's going to be just as tough on the Section 6 teams as it is for the Section 5.
The teams in Section 6, Eden Prairie, Edina, Hopkins, Minnetonka, Prior Lake, Armstrong, Shakopee, and Wayzata.
A couple of pretty good teams in that section.
Not bad. Allison very slow being helped off the field. We'll look at an injury on that young man. First and goal here for the Rebels from from the Maple Grove 6. Colo, the ball carrier, and he forward to the 3-yard line. Second and goal from there.
That time it looked like a little bit like 10 pins as he hit in there, and everybody just seemed to fall down around him. As he got about 4 yards, almost 5 yards from that first down.
Inside of 7 minutes to go. Rebels knocking on the door to get on the scoreboard tonight for the first time. And it's Mosumo, and he's in for a touchdown. 6 points for Champlin Park. For Detrice Mosumo, it's 10th rushing touchdown of the season. And it comes with 6:43 to go in the game.
Nice possession by the Champlin Park offense. They did what they had to do, and they moved the ball pretty consistently. They got some help from the face mask penalty on the 4th down, but they moved the ball well and got the touchdown. That's exactly what they needed to do.
And Grassi to try the extra point. He get the holder. It's up and it's through. And it's 34-7.
So we get a good look at the touchdown run. Mosumo getting a good cut right there. Makes a nice right-hand turn in the backfield before he gets into the line of scrimmage. Makes a guy miss and gets into the end zone. Nice surge by the offensive line, particularly the right side, getting that opened up for him and putting the touchdown in. The extra point's good. It's 34-7.
Grassi to kick off. 6:43 to play in this ball game. Good kick. Return from back inside the 10. Now to the 20. Breaking tackle.
Ball's on the floor.
Tyrone Nomi is the return guy with the ball fumbled, recovered by Maple Grove.
Boy, I sure thought it looked like 2 Champlin Park guys had that thing covered. As we'll see, the ball come loose right at the end of the run here. There's the ball. Oh my goodness, a nice scramble for the ball. Maple Grove able to hang on to it.
Jacob Kosla is the quarterback for Maple Grove. Gets the handoff to Peterson and the carry, gain of 1.
Kosla at quarterback.
I didn't see the number 89 as a quarterback number very often, Bill.
No, but the Michigan quarterback wears number 98.
That's true.
So
Osseo under center on 2nd down and 9 from the 42, pitching it back. Oh, and ball fumbled, picked back up. Reversing his field is Doe. Still going. He's finally going to be swarmed up or under by the Rebels back at the 29. A loss of 12 right on the run by Doe.
After the dropped ball, Jebediah looking for a place to run and not really finding much. And ends up losing a bunch.
Third and 20 for Maple Grove. Gives to Hanson, and he is not going to get out of the backfield. Loss of 4, back to the 26.
Loss of 4.
Anthony Harmon on the stop for Champlin Park. And Doe will kick it away. Oh, it's an almost 10 men, just 10 men on the field again for Maple Grove on the punt return. Ben Whitus gets out there in time, and Doe will get the kick away. Turcotte dropped and then covered, and Champlin Park will keep it back at their 46-yard line. White on the return for the Rebels.
Pretty good field position for Champlin Park with 4:15 to go in the game.
New quarterback for Champlin Park. Kwaku Omaso. Ball is fumbled. The Rebels get it back. Tim Miller ends up with the football. Loss of the play of 4. 2nd out and 14.
Loss of 4 on the play. Make it 2nd and 14 for the Rebels from their 42.
Musu will hand off to Miller. The 45 gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Rebels from their 46.
So right now we're seeing both second units filling in and going at it here for the last few minutes of the game. Pretty much the outcome has been decided.
Third and 10. Musa will roll out, keep it, midfield, 45, down to the 41 of Maple Grove.
The first time
McMahon on the tackle, excuse me.
Yeah, we're just saying first time we've seen much of an option tonight. Here's a true read option. And Amusa does a pretty nice job of getting downfield, getting the first down. But staying on the floor.
First and 10 Rebels from the Crimson 40.
Gain of 14 is Musa is the injured player, as Bill said.
I've noticed the Champlin Park roster and their lineups tonight have had quite a number of juniors in there. Not only the starting first 22, but the next group. They've got a very, very big junior class. And talking with Mike Horton before the game, saying, you know, you've got to be pleased with your juniors. They've done a pretty good job, and he does. He likes the way his juniors have played. It's just that he'd like to have had them have better results.
Josh Woodley now the quarterback with Kwaku Osseo hurt on that last play. Woodley as a junior. And from the 40, he'll hand off. This is Miller on the carry. Jim Miller maybe half a yard inside the 40.
Gorwitz on the stop. No gain on the play. Make it 2nd and 10 for the Rebels from the Crimson 40.
On 2nd down, still close to 10 to go. Another inside handoff and met by the Maple Grove defensive line. Maud Sullivan among the young men to meet him.
Sullivan on the stop. No gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 10 for the Rebels.
3rd down and 10 to go. Handoff is to Luke Cairo, and he's cut down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 1, tackled by Jake Wilson, junior cornerback. 4th down. Under a minute to go, Bill, and 4th down here for Champlin Park. Osseo is back in. Get on that read option and gets down to the 35. Gain of 4, but they turn it over on downs. Tackled by McMahon, and one more change of possession and another play, and we'll be done.
Yeah, Maple Grove will snap the ball once, maybe twice, and that'll be it.
Kneel down, and that'll be it. And Maple Grove wins it, Bill. A perfect regular season, 8-0, and a convincing win over the Rebels here tonight, 34-7.
Very nicely done, particularly in the first quarter by Maple Grove, setting the tone and taking the game right to Champlin Park right out of the gate, and getting a good lead by the end of the first quarter and into the second, and really dictating the outcome of the game early on. Maple Grove making a strong statement tonight and looking like they're ready to go into the playoffs, John.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with our post game live here at Maple Grove. 34-7, Crimson the final.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
Osseo, Crystal, and Plymouth. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown.
Reed puts it away and Hopkins advances.
Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Channel 12's Community Corner puts the spotlight on your corner of the northwest suburbs.
We want to talk about some things happening around the city of Maple Grove.
New Hope's rinks are officially open.
This is the spot for the Golden Valley Rotary Club.
The City Council worked really hard not to have a tax increase.
You can instantly upgrade your wardrobe with a few simple accessories.
We're in Golden Valley today doing a little recycling.
Rediscover your corner of the northwest suburbs every day on Channel 12's Community Corner.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Nice performance for the Maple Grove Crimson tonight. They close it out on senior night and the 34-7 win over the Champlin Park Rebels. And Bill Hunstock, we talked about it right at the beginning in our pregame about not only is their offense good, their defense good, and they showed it tonight. That first unit was outstanding.
Absolutely, and they, Matt Lombardi said they wanted to make a statement right out of the gate. They wanted to get the tempo of the game set right at the beginning. They did that. They dictated the tempo of the game the entire way. Dominating victory for Maple Grove here. And again, as we mentioned more than once tonight, they're ready to go into the playoffs, and whoever they meet in the first round is going to have their hands full.
Well, that'll do it for our coverage tonight. And look next week on Channel 12. Go to our website, 12.tv, for our playoff coverage of postseason football. But that will wrap up regular season 2013. Hope you've enjoyed this season, and much more to come yet this fall on 12 Sports. For Jay Wilcox, Bill Hunstock, and all of our crew, thanks for joining us tonight in Maple Grove, where the Crimson are now 8-0. They win it over Champlin Park 34-7.